Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Noman with a 4, and don't call it a comeback. I never left. I've been off the mic for a little bit here, off the casting desk with some illnesses, but I am back, and I am back with the heat. And I'm not just talking about the game, I'm talking about my co-caster, Sleepy. How you doing, buddy?
Ooh, I'm doing flattered is how I'm doing after that intro, but I appreciate it. Damn, it is nice to be back behind the desk, Noman. We haven't cast with each other, even if you haven't cast in general for some time, so it'll be exciting to get back into it today, and what a match for us to choose to do so, huh? Globochem, SMC, it's gonna get hot and heavy in here this evening.
Yes, sir, indeed it is, and we don't have a lot of time to mess around, so we're going to get right into picks bans because we got some not surprising ones, but we'll go over that in just a second. The downfall ban that we got from SMC is the first one, and the ban coming out from the second team, Globochem, is going to be Suburbia. So what are your thoughts? I already know what you're going to say, but just tell me anyway.
Pretty standard bans from both sides, in my opinion. SMC bringing the heat always on Suburbia. They're it's a strong map for them. Arguably their best map, besides Cargo maybe coming up now, is possibly a second contender for that. And then of course Globochem, SMC gonna ban that as a safety net almost no matter what, because they can't guarantee anymore whether or not they'll see Arsenic or they'll see Toast, or they'll see some of those real accurate long-range shooters in the lineup. Of course, they still have deadly shooters. They got Mixologist and Lionheart, their newest pickup in today. So things are definitely not going to be that easy for SMC this time around. Globochem is in with a full rostered lineup, no reservists today. So unfortunately, SMC is not going to get the benefit that some other teams have had this season who have come away with the win.
Yeah, indeed, and we've seen Globochem go down a couple of times, very close, and I don't know that I expect to see that here. Lionheart is a strong player, although he is new.
Yes.
But we will see how that goes in our first map, which is going to be Tanker. Tanker's the choice of SMC as they are starting out on offense for that map. And Tanker as a choice against Globochem feels,
I think it's a good start.
Do you think it is? I feel like Globochem has been just on a tear on Tanker lately.
Well, I won't disagree with that point, but I think it's a good map for SMC to warm up on. I mean, it gives them a good gauge of how Globochem's going to be playing tonight. Because this map especially will require a little bit of coordination on Globo's part, because either they have wide open objectives like we've got with this one, where it can be difficult to cap but also very easy depending on how it's played. SMC could also pull out, a miraculous set of plays here and go 4-0 on the map, for all we know. But I think it's a good map that will help SMC kind of get a nice gauge, and if they haven't already been warming up, really warm up into this match and put as best a fight as we could see here this afternoon up against Globochem. But at the same time, Globochem, you're right, they have been showing very strong on this map as of late. They've definitely been practicing, because it's no longer just the Danglers who are dangerous on Tanker. So you have to be ready, you have to be prepped and ready to defend your title on this map.
That is 100% factual, Sleepy. And before we get into gameplay, which should be relatively soon here, I'm just going to take the folks over to the gameplay scene for just a moment, and we'll take a look at the lineups that we've got for today. So on the SMC side, we have got Mr. Beefy, Captain Soda, Pwnecake, Triple Nibble, and Landon Jordan. Pretty strong lined up for them, pretty standard as well. And on the Globochem side, you've got Raphael, Lionheart VR, the new player, Mixologist, Auto, and Thunder. So both really solid lineups. I mean, there's going to be a ton of action here. And look at this. I don't even have to switch out of my gameplay scene, because these guys are getting into it basically as if on cue. And we are getting ourselves right into round 1 of map 1 here. Globochem on the defense for this upstairs center OBJ. We'll see if there's... No, go ahead. Go ahead, buddy.
I was going to say, protecting this one will be crucial for Globochem. It's a very open objective, and with SMC speed and sheer power, they can overwhelm them very quickly and possibly get a cap here right out of the gate. Here we go. Shots are ringing out already from the side of SMC. Raphael's going to be pushed up a little far, but Otto's going to be the first one to find a kill downstairs onto Mr. Beefy.
with the defensive nades up top are doing work as well. Triple nipple blinded there temporarily. Ponecake and Trip now pushing forward. Raph's going to find one. Trip should be looking for the refrag, but just misses him on the corner. He's rushing through. Raph does find him. And that is 2 out now. 3 total for SMC gone. Globochem still 5 strong. Captain Soda on the rotation down low, heading to the backside, looking for that flank. We'll see if he can deal with Auto and family. Raphael, however, will clean up another. Remember, that is, I think, a triple for him now as he picks up Landon in the downstairs tunnels. Wow, what a start for Globochem. And this is exactly why you heard that trepidation in my voice. Do you want to pick Tanker versus...
Can I take back what I just said on stream? No, but you're absolutely all right, man. Globochem, especially Raphael, coming out of the barrel hot and heavy. Raph is ready to go. That's what the R in his name stands for today. Raph is ready and raring to go. Now it's all up to Captain Soda, the last remaining member of SMC. He's here at the superstructure looking to push his way up towards the center portion of the deck, but he's got a long way to go. To his credit, however, he does have a long time to get there.
Ooh, he does find Lionheart on the backside. That's going to... Ooh, Mixologist with the callouts. Going to give his position away, but Audio will find the trade. And Captain Soda will be knocked out. SMC not getting that first point on Marsoc like I'm sure they'd hope, and Globochem goes up 1-0.
Yeah, overall a great round there from Globochem. A nice attempt there from Captain Soda, and with maybe a little bit more room out to the sides of him, if it was, say, like Quarantine or something like that, where he might have had a little bit more room to go. He might have come away with that one and been able to clutch it, or even if it had been Cargo, because Cargo's even a bit wider than Tanker in some areas. Yeah, I think it was a good clutch attempt from Captain Soda, but unfortunately SMC not looking so hot there on the first round. Globochem, especially like we said, Raphael just shutting that down with that 3-0. Auto picking up 2 there in the round as well.
Yeah, it was a strong play by SMC. I wonder if they were missing a shield. I didn't actually dip down into that south tunnel. Was there anybody using a shield down there that I may have missed? Because I think that for a lot of Tanker, I feel like I would be surprised if we don't see Raph using a shield, for example, right?
Right, yeah. Now, I would definitely be surprised if we don't see that on the side of Globochem. On the side of SMC, I wouldn't be as surprised if they don't bring a shield here on Tanker. I'm not aware of any of them practicing or being practiced on the shield. I think Landon maybe will pick it every now and then, but it's a very rare thing. But who knows what we could see here. SMC could be bringing some stuff out of their pockets, pulling those aces that they've got shoved up their sleeve in order to try and take down Globochem.
Yeah, they are going to need every ace they've got. 5, 6 aces, whatever the standard amount is for a deck, maybe 8. I don't know how many aces that is, but we'll find out if they have any aces as we kick off their defensive round here in round 2. And I'm going to leave the flashlight on, actually.
They can actually fire you if you enter through this door.
So a little bit of communication about where the pre-fire could possibly be coming from. Early smokes already from Globochem coming through. And SMC opting to stay largely upstairs. Trip, the only one going down to contend with Raph. Let's see if we can catch.
Also got a pretty solid C4 placement over here from Beefy. That'll be a nice defensive deterrent from approaching on the top. But it doesn't look like Globochem's going to be doing that, and as you can see already, or hear already, Raphael popping off those pistol rounds. So we do know that the shield has been brought in.
Ooh, Ponecake on this juicy flank, looking for one. Does not spot him out. Thinking about maybe a grenade. Yes, the grenade does come out in the end, but far too short.
Yeah, not going to work in his favor at all. Missing those first shots, not going to be good for him. Raphael tries to return fire, but nobody able to connect. Thunder just a little too late on the pop out for the kill.
The SMC retreating back upstairs, focusing on that OBJ defense. 3 members of Globochem, though, still back in their spawn, still waiting for any kind of SMC aggression. They're not going to find it here. At least not only a minute into the round. Let's head up to the upstairs and check in how the push is happening here, or will it happen? Auto using
still
that,
hanging around.
yeah, using that window to try to spot anybody out. Mix and Lion watching for any flankers. I think they're just expecting Raph to do some damage, right? Put in a little bit of work and get a couple of picks, and then have Globo sort of surprise rush the upstairs.
Yeah, that's it. Ponecake still trying to engage with Thunderpilot and Raphael here. He's got himself into it, but Thunder's going to pop out from downstairs and make mincemeat out of Ponecake. He just had his Ponecakes and poured syrup all over him.
He does indeed find that kill, and it is a nice pickup for Globochem here. Got
Right
4
in the
minutes left.
Ponecake.
Indeed, indeed. And now we will see if SMC can hold it down with just 4 up. It's going to be a tricky... Oops, sorry about that. It's going to be a tricky situation for them, especially if they allow Raph and Thunder to get up behind them like they are currently working on. And I'm still... I just popped into Otto's view here, and of course, there's still all 3 up here.
Yeah. I popped back up top as well. I keep using my cam to... my reset cam to get back up top. And yeah, I mean, now we're getting some shots coming in. Sounds like from Lionheart. No, those will be from Otto going down the hall downstairs. But I mean, SMC kind of playing this how I would expect them in the first round or so of a game against Globochem. They're playing defense very tight. They're not going to let Globochem just walk in and grab these points. And I don't think any team in the league blames them. But honestly, I think that aggression might have done them a little bit of good. But in the way of the upstairs attack, Globochem might have been ready for it. Smokes are out on the main deck. Landon gonna pick up Raphael, and the shield will go down. Now Thunderpilot probably gonna be looking to recover that shield. That is a crucial bit of kit, and you definitely don't want to leave it in case a flanker gets it. Cab Soto find Lionheart on the objective. Otto's just downstairs. He's gonna find Mr. Beefy. He might be able to come around if he finds Captain Soto or Trip. Thunderpilot will find Trip on the backside. Now we're down into a 3v2. Globochem's got the edge. Thunderpilot's gonna find another one.
And there it is. Mix will finish things off for the Globochem side, and a whole lot of action there happened pretty much all at once. I think, if my theory is correct, that smoke toss by Thunder, which I was going to question publicly to give away the position of that flank, but I believe that smoke was the signal. That was the time that they had all started moving. That's when Globo on the east side started tossing in their smokes and pushing through, and Otto coming up through the tunnel, finding that flank as well. So I think that was the plan, is to create that confusion and force the defense to have to watch both sides. And it worked out swimmingly for Globochem that time around as they go up 2-0.
It sure did. That was well orchestrated, and I say orchestrated intentionally because I felt like I was watching an orchestra. Like, Otto came out, bang. Then Thunder came around the corner, bang. And then, like, it just felt like I was at a symphony. I could see the conductor swinging his baton and bringing it down on the beat every time that trigger was pulled. And it was awesome. That was a great play there. But then it also, that exactly what you just said about the smoke being a signal cue for the attack. And people have always been asking ever since they've been brought out, you know, what's the purpose of having colored smokes? Well, you know, you could use a colored smoke to be an attack signifier or a rally location if it's like down to a couple of people. I mean, there's many different uses for the colored smoke. You just have to be a bit creative, but also you could use it to signal the attack just like that. I mean, have your team leader, your captain rocking that smoke, one smoke of a color and one white, and then have a backup in case that person goes down. And then, yeah, multiple options.
There you go, folks. You heard it here. The strategies of Sleepy come pouring out in this SMC Globochem.
This is why I love games like this, because it like gets my wheels turning as to like, oh, well, how could that have been better? How could you improve that tactic, right?
Yeah, absolutely. And we'll see if SMC finds some more love on this downstairs center OBJ. The cargo hold will be where they push through as they send 3 to the south, 2 to the north. And Lionheart's going to be the first one to have to deal with this influx of SMC players. So far, no love in finding any picks, but Landon will find Mix. Raph with a quick down on Ponecake there. That looked like, was that a C4? Oh.
Yeah. Nope. But a trade after the res from Trip onto Ponecake gets taken away by Raph. Trip will find the res, or the kill onto Raph, I should say. Now there's more kills coming out. Soda and Beefy both find a kill, while a trade on the side of Mr. Beefy. 2 reses available here on this side. And it does appear that Landon will be coming across for that, or maybe not.
Oh, it looks like they don't have an accurate count, as they did have 2 sets of trades.
Yeah.
So this is going to be a tricky one for SMC to identify. Obviously, the callouts will be coming out here, and it looks like Landon is doing the final rotation to try to get those pickups there. But of course, Otto not really aware of the situation either, as his teammates were the ones to unfortunately be removed permanently in those exchanges. So now he is going to be left alone on the OBJ, and SMC does seem to be favoring this objective approach far more than the first.
Getting those guys up, though, will be really crucial. I mean, SMC could go in for a cap attempt here if they get more guys up, but never mind. It won't matter because Soda's presented the opportunity to get a kill onto Otto. He takes it, and SMC get their first point on the round, bringing it up 2-1.
That is indeed their first point, but a well-orchestrated first point. They found exactly the picks they needed despite pretty decent defense in the middle there. Just too many trades for Globochem to hang on. And taking a look at the scoreboard here, we've got Raph holding up the Globochem side. 5 kills for him, 3 for Otto and 3 for Thunder. On the SMC side, 5 for Soda, 2 for Landon. The rest still playing catch-up, but fantastic round overall. That's going to give SMC a much-needed additional point. You do not want to let Globochem run away with Tanker. It can quickly become a 4-0 if you don't get your bearings.
Yeah. I mean, that could really happen on any map with Globochem if they're feeling right. You know what I mean? We've both experienced that, I'm sure, in our pasts with them. But yeah, no, that was a great round from Globochem. Or I'm sorry. It's kind of a habit to say that when you're talking about Globochem in a match, right? So it just rolls off the tongue. But no, it was a great round from SMC. That first pick from Landon, very key in the middle. Mix just peeking out. He should have known. I would have thought Mix would be a little bit more aware that he was a little late to that party and not peek that corner and waited for Landon and Ponecake to come around. But he took the chance, and Landon was able to get that pick. So that was an initial one that was really good. Ponecake actually was traded with someone, I believe, as well at that point. And so overall, yeah, great. Landon made the right move. He was going for the res on his teammates because that would have given them 4 up with still over 3.5 minutes left. Plenty of time to distract Otto and send one in, maybe super sneaky, because they could have staged like a wave attack, right? They have 4 members up if they gotten both revives. They could have 1 man staged and ready to cap, and then take the other 3, ran them all the way to the other side of the room to keep that defender's attention over there, and just send them in one by one every 20 to 30 seconds, right? It's long enough to keep the defender looking over there while you manage to sneak up right under their nose and get the cap. Something to think about in the future.
Yeah, absolutely, but what's holding us up from our future is Landon Jordan seems to have had a connectivity issue to the lobby, so we are just waiting for him to return. Do want to take this moment to thank our sponsors. We didn't thank them at the start of the cast like we usually do, but thank you to VR Cover and Pro2 VR for sponsoring our league. You guys go ahead and check out all those neat products they have. You hear us talk about them all the time, and we do it for a reason. They help us, and honestly, they help us in more than one way, because I am a player and I use both of their peripherals for VR all the time. So go ahead and check those out, and thank you to the viewers. Thank you for everybody for tuning in here on your Saturday and dropping those subs. I saw a few subs come in. Thank you for that. And for all the clips and everything you guys do, we do appreciate it. Thank you quite a bit. We have got a ton of Onward for you guys this weekend. We've got a good amount of casts. All the casters are starting to come back in full strength. And we are bringing you all kinds of goodness all across VRML. So, you know.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, if you're bored or bedridden, you have got nothing but delicious action from many, many different types of games coming your way soon. But Landon is back in. Gameplay is underway. Round 4 kicking off here with Globochem on the offense now, and SMC on the defense, 4 down low. I'm just gonna ride along with the SMC defense, see where they set up.
I need to get my C4 up there.
Yeah, Globochem appearing to be in pretty good spirits here as they leave the spawn box, looking to take that downstairs objective. They're going to be a little bit more apprehensive to their approach than we saw out of the SMC team. Otto will be downstairs quickly to fire off some impressive rounds in the hallway. Soda gonna be probably looking to take a peek if he can.
Indeed, he does take a few shots out towards Otto's position, but no love in finding a pick there as Otto continues to hold that tunnel. Let's take a look at what Triple Nipple's doing here, which is a little bit more pre-fire. So just try to keep Trying to keep Globochem at bay. Lionheart not really taking the bait here, just continuing to wait as Trip pumps rounds down that south hallway. Ramp tossing a little frag in, a little too short. Now the smoke coming out should give Lion a little bit more leeway in trying to push up that south tunnel. Still a little bit of back and forth between Soda and Otto in that north tunnel as well, and as we see, two members of Globochem are above the objective, just waiting for likely a confirmation of a pick on either side, the north or south tunnel. Looks like they're just trying to figure out which way they want to go, as they're all sort of stacked up above. Lionheart now pushing through. Nick's gonna peek the corner, but timing is a little off. Will rips. Yes, Mix does find Trip. Despite how sneaky he was, he still gets shot by Mix. And now it is a 5v4. Globochem should now start to be pushing up a little bit more. We're seeing Lionheart and Thunder Pilot down here on the south tunnel, trading some equipment. Looks like maybe a little bit of communication. Yeah, a little bit of communication as they start to push through here. So that C4 landed in place earlier, probably not going to do a whole lot of good here in this tunnel. Thunder tosses the frag out into the hallway, but does find one. Landon is going to be the one that goes down for it, but Ponecake should be ready for the push, and there it is. Thunder Pilot will go down. Landon good for the revive.
Wow. Back and forth here on this fourth round. Here on Tanker, SMC, and Globochem, really neither one wanting to let a single point go at this point. I didn't want to have to say point again, dang it, but I did. Mixologist gonna find the next pick onto Mr. Beefy. He'll take a little bit of damage in the process, but that's gonna help him out. Ponecake gonna come around the corner, not gonna be able to line up the shot. Mix gotta be careful now. He can't crossfire onto Otto, or else that is not gonna help his cause. Ponecake gonna peek out at the wrong time. Mix will find it, and Otto will pull out the flashbang. Ponecake will be able to, or won't be able to give out much call-outs. Now it's up to Landon Jordan. He's sitting just on the side of the objective. He'll probably see Mix, but if they time it right, Otto's gonna be right around the corner.
Quite a bit of smoke in this area to get through. Now Otto pushing in through on Landon. Landon's hearing the footsteps, but he chooses to rotate. And on that, Otto pushes through, grabs the kill, and grabs them a third point here in this first map. Gonna put him up 3-1. Fantastic series there by Globochem. A lot of good patience there early in those tunnels, not pushing through when there was a little bit of that aggressive pre-fire, waiting it out, getting the early pick there from Mix onto Trip, and then starting to push through and force their advantage. A nice little nade as well by Thunder in the mid. Caused just enough confusion to allow the offense to pull that off, and a fantastic series so far. What can SMC do better here? Like, what is missing in your opinion, Sleepy, that isn't giving them the points?
Honestly, I'm gonna say it's a little dosage of the same thing that I think Danglers deal with when they play Globochem. And I think a lot of teams deal with it when they play Globochem, which is kind of psyching themselves out, getting in their own heads too much, and not necessarily saying, like, that they're getting in their heads and they're not playing as well. No, they're playing just fine. We're seeing the picks come out from both sides. Both teams are connecting and getting kills. What I'm saying is I feel like they're playing a bit too reserved, and it's not working for SMC. I know SMC's done a lot of changes, and they don't play as fast and as loose as they once did, but they did used to do it, even still now, they're still doing it, but just kind of more randomly. And I think maybe they should have leaned into that a little bit more here in map 1. Of course, map 1's not over. We still have much more of this map to play. I mean, it's not over until we see 4 points on the board, right? But I think they just need to kind of get out of their own heads and maybe play it like SMC used to and be a little bit more bold and rash about it.
Yeah, we'll see if that happens here. This is a good objective for that type of aggression, as now we're looking for the far west captain's quarters objective.
Let's try something.
We'll see if they opt to go up top or down low. It looks like the majority, yep, all will actually stay up top for this initial push. So we're going to be seeing a lot of hot action here as Raph is pushing out early on the defense and very aggressively, I might add. He's going to be the first one SMC has to worry about. Frag and Flash not finding any love, and here come the response nades. Raph tucked in. Just barely missing that one from Landon, but Pwnecake will find the kill on Raph's early aggression, and that is one out. Now Mix and Thunder going to be dealing with Captain Soda on this aggressive push here. Thunder will find the kill on the inside. It's just a down, however, and going back for the finish will give Pwnecake the opportunity to get that kill. Mixologist on the confirm, but Pwnecake finding another on that rotation, and now it's a 4v2 just like that. That aggression from Globochem not paying off.
Yeah, SMC doing quite good work here on this round. Pwnecake in a good position to be able to wrap around behind here if he's able to take down Otto. Otto going to take away the peek at the last second. Pwnecake going to be able to push up right up to the building here. He's going to go ahead and take in the first doorway. He's leery to go in, though, unwarranted without a flash. The flash goes in, it goes off. Lionheart going to stay tucked. He might have been affected by that, but Pwnecake will see a nice hard angle onto Otto. Now he's going to push in through the bedrooms. He's got Lionheart tucked away in the corner. I doubt he's going to be ready for it. No, he's going to go for the cap in the corner.
Good try.
Never mind. Lionheart will get picked up by Landon, and SMC will grab their second point and try and keep things alive here on map number 1.
That is an unfortunate missed cap opportunity. That would have tied the series up for SMC, forced a match point here on both sides, and would have given SMC the defensive quote-unquote advantage. So I'm sure they're going to be missing that cap if Globochem's able to put together an offense here that works. But yeah, it is early. I mean, SMC's finding those situations there. They're punishing Globo's mistakes and lack of communication. And I wonder if it'll be enough. I mean, I don't know how many mistakes Globo plans to make, but I can't imagine they're going to plan on capitalizing on every single one. So it's going to be a tough battle if they don't find their defensive win here. And, you know, I don't know. I'm going to hold my tongue. I'm going to hold my tongue for what I was going to say. I was just going to wait and let the game speak for itself. I
think that's our only choice at this point, because
yeah.
I kind of thought we would see Globochem going ahead and securing that round and just kind of walking off here of map 1 and getting ready for their own map pick. But I think they were also expecting that too, which might be why SMC was able to pull that one back and stay alive. Now they're on defense, getting ready to kind of finish off this objective rotation. They'll be moving on to another one, which could be, you know, the bow of the ship. Yeah, the bow of the ship, where the cargo container objective on the bow of the ship up top, which is also very, very subjective and liable to an attack from an aggressive team. So Globochem would be in favor, or I'm sorry, SMC would be in favor if they can get that ball to bounce.
Indeed, we are now getting ourselves into round 6. Globochem on the offense, looking to close this out before SMC gets the better of them here, gets the better of their mistakes, and we'll see if the Raph shield will pay off this time around. I'm keeping a close eye on it. These shield plays are just a delight.
Just delightful.
Next one here.
Someone just said I love you, Sleepy, on, I think it was Trip. Thank you.
Bit of a botched toss there, that smoke initially, but Raph does redirect it back towards the defense. And now we're not seeing that same kind of aggression from SMC that we saw from Globo. They're stacked up in the front. They're just kind of keeping their eyes open on the windows, watching for that offensive push. So I'm wondering how Globochem will decide to unseat this. They're gonna need some smoke. I have a strong feeling smoke is gonna be the answer here.
Yeah, I agree. Smoke is always the answer when it comes to Marsoc. And well, I think SMC's not playing it aggressive because they saw what happens when you play this one out too aggressive against a team that's ready for it. And as you can see from Globochem's positioning, they were ready for it. And I think it would have pretty much just went down exactly how it did for SMC in the last round. You know what I mean? Like, they would have gotten the massive man advantage, and there would have been a possible cap opportunity or kill opportunity to go ahead and close out the map. So it's smart on SMC, I think, in this particular occasion to not play aggressive, even though you literally just heard me say last round they need to get more aggressive. But in this occasion, I think they did make the right choice.
Yeah, this is one of those objectives that's so hard to defend the less people you have, which, I mean, is true of almost any objective, but this one in particular just because there's a lot of obfuscation inside, a lot of walls you can cap through, so it becomes really tricky when you're down to 1 or 2 to try to get that full coverage on the defense. The smoke's now coming out, finally.
Oh,
they
wow.
are...
Those are good.
They are very good. Landon's going to be able to redirect at least one of them. C4 detonation is early, does not find Lionheart, who was the one targeted most likely. And Landon just making these call-outs onto Lionheart.
Yeah, Lion definitely seeing Landon there in the window. He's got weapon drawn now, especially after taking a few buzz shots. Ponecake will manage to pick up Thunder Pilot there.
Yeah, Beefy finds one as well. Raph will get the down onto Ponecake, and now Captain Soda rotating for that res.
He better slow his horses. He's got Raph aimed right at him. Ooh, but Raph's got Auto to back him up, and Auto's got a lot of bullets with him.
Oh boy. Oh boy. I'm gonna pop back out here. So yeah, the callouts from Ponecake are going to be key here. Raph trying to finish, not able to just yet. Trip making the peak there, not gonna work out, so Beefy's really just keeping an eye on this, trying to catch them on rotations.
Yeah, the confirmation shot's coming out for the try. Landon does pick up Mix on the other side of the map, and Auto gonna be in a rotation as a trade pick, but Beefy will be resable. Landon gotta be careful here with the res, or else he could be the next one. Raph gonna be pushing up to the building now. He doesn't have Auto right on top of him, so he better be careful. Here comes the pick. Landon will be able to take Raph as he gets greedy to go for the down onto Beefy. Auto finds Landon on the side, and Trip's able to pick up Ponecake in the moment, but now nobody has any idea. The rotation is coming back to the objective. Auto finds him, but Trip able to find Auto, and SMC stay in the round with 3-3 here on map 1. We're going to the last point, Noman.
We're going to the last one. SMC able to hold that defense out. A solid play by Auto and Raph there, picking up 3, but not enough. Unfortunately, Trip able to shut that down, shut that peak down. I was gonna question Auto's decision to stay in that window after finding a pick, and that was why. Triple able to pick him up there and tie the series up. Now Globo on the defense, trying to hang on to this map 1, which was an SMC pick, so all the more surprising.
Yeah, well, I don't know. This could be where SMC comes back and wins it, because the ball did bounce the way we thought it would. I mean, it's kind of obvious that it would, considering this is the last unplayed objective on this map. But you know, I don't know. Does it ever double down, or does it now successfully completely go through all objectives?
No, it does go through all objectives. So now we are on that eastern upstairs OBJ, which is the last one available on this map.
Does allow for some very aggressive plays to be very successful at times. But I'm assuming that Globochem will be kind of ready for that in this next round, because if I were SMC, that'd be kind of what I was going for. I'm gonna risk if I'm gonna risk the map, I'm gonna risk it with all or nothing. You know what I mean? Show them that the real way we do things here on Tanker. All or nothing, right?
Absolutely, absolutely. Yeah, I'm excited to see what happens here. I mean, there's only so much that you can be ready for as a defender. There's only so much chaos that any one person can sort of grok and understand at a given time, especially with the pressure. It's map point. There's a lot of things going on. It's a tough ask, right, of anybody, really. There's smoke's going off everywhere, flashes going off everywhere, frags going off everywhere. There's not a lot of time for communication. There's not a lot of time for call-outs, so you have to rely on the battle awareness of all of your teammates. And if somebody's, having an off day, which happens pretty often in a lot of these league matches, that's enough. That's enough to cause problems. So we'll see. We'll see if that's going to be the case, or if Globochem can hold strong here, as we are 3-3 on map 1, if you're just joining us, so you haven't missed too much, although a pretty tight series here as SMC battling their way across a deficit. Yeah, this is the first time they've tied things up here. And now we will see what happens in the final round. We are into round 7 of map 1.
Final round. Fight.
Looking at you,
We'll see
Sorry,
if they
I had to kill the rhythm
we'll
for
see
copyright
if
reasons.
they can find any pre-fire picks early. That is a huge boost to the offense if they can. The rest of the offense looking like, sending 4 up top.
Well, that C4 placement is going to end up being more damaging than it is helpful. Mixologist is standing just close enough to where it will still kill him also. SMC not going with the lightning fast strike here, and Otto going to be able to pick up one on the backside with a headshot onto Pone Cake.
Does indeed. That's 4 now for SMC remaining. Mixologist, getting lucky there on that nade toss as well, as it's it's literally on top of his head, but above the box that he is in. And now it is just up to remaining 4 members of SMC to try to find themselves some picks. Captain Soda sending some love down Lionheart's way, but he's not going to find any love. And Mix with the quick peek is going to find Landon. He's going to make it 3-1, and Raph on the aggressive push. I didn't even catch him here. Does trade out with Captain Soda. This will be a confirm here from Trip, I imagine. Yes, there it is.
Wreck-It Raph is what we should call him. He's breaking the internet today with his ruining of SMC's life. Beefy will find the pick onto Mixologist, though, and help to even things back out. It's a 2v3 here. There's 4.5 minutes left, however. Ooh, that flash is going to be perfect, but Thunderpilot not going to push on it. However, it will be slowing down SMC for the moment.
God, I felt like that flash should have done damage. That was in front of his face. I was just surprised to not see him go down. With a fantastic
He should literally
toss.
be blind the rest of the map, because if this were real, if this game were real, he'd be blind for the rest of his life.
Oh, he'd definitely be deaf. That's for sure.
For sure he'd be deaf. For the rest of the round, at least. He might come back after a few months.
Well, you know what? If he's wearing those night vision goggles, he's blind too.
Oh, he's blind as death. His retinas have literally been burned to death. Thunderpilot gonna find a pick onto Trip as he tries to push the downstairs route. Now it's just up to Mr. Beefy. He's still got about 4 minutes, so he's got the time, and he could poke and prod his way up to the objective. But it's going to be a tough ask, especially up against a team like Globochem.
It is indeed going to be a difficult one for him, and I'm curious to see what he does here as we go for a little ride along. Got eyes on the OBJ. He still has to deal with the one he saw right here on the other side of this container. He did spot him out, just didn't have his gun up, wasn't ready. We'll see if he's ready now. I don't think he's even hearing anything to the side. He's gonna peek. Oh, an unfortunate peek there is gonna find Thunderpilot the final kill, and Globochem will go up 4-3 on that first map.
Wow, what a great map that one turned out to be, Noman. We really thought that one was kind of going to run away at the start. Globochem went up 2 unanswered to SMC putting back 1. Globochem answering back, SMC answering back, and then nonstop until this round, where Globochem does finally take it. SMC losing their map pick, and now we move on to map 2, which is going to be Globo's pick, and from the looks of it, looks like we're going to be moving on to Quarantine. So both teams very strong here, but I kind of want to lean the way of Globochem when it comes to this map. Noman, what about
It's a tough question.
It is.
I would say that I'm gonna say that SMC is gonna find some sea legs here. I think they're gonna find something that works. The thing I have, sort of the problem I have with Quarantine for Globo is the new player, is Lionheart. On a small map, forcing coordination is not inherently very difficult, but
Sure.
on a bigger map, it means more, right? There's a lot more to it.
Absolutely.
So I'm curious to see if he's already found that rhythm with them, or if he is, if he's gonna struggle a little bit, because I would not be surprised to see them struggle a little bit. At least in the early rounds, I feel like SMC starting on the defense, potentially stopping the momentum from Globochem there, and maybe forging their own a little bit. So I'm gonna go against the grain this time and say SMC might have what it takes to take away Quarantine 1. I mean, also just as a player, you know I love to see me my third map deciders. So
Oh, absolutely. That's like a almost guaranteed when it comes to being a caster. You have to live for the map 3 deciders.
yeah, I mean, it's always great to see teams doing well and winning in the first 2, but there's just nothing quite like a little series decider at the end. I mean, the third map does have its merits. It is still for MMR, that it has an impact on the final outcome of the game, but just not quite as exciting. I'm sure the folks at home know exactly what we're talking about. They've seen a lot of them to date. We'll see if SMC has what it takes. Caster curse, etc., etc. Who knows?
I do not acknowledge the caster curse. Gosh darn it, that's a Buxton thing, and until he gets off his lazy Buxton, I'm not giving him any credit.
Fair enough. Yeah, I would say. I mean, after he took his hiatus from the casting desk, we've had far fewer caster curses. So the link is confirmed. Buxton is bad luck, etc., etc. I'm kidding. Buxton's our man. He can't do it, no one can. All right, just waiting on the teams to launch. Everybody's ready. Everybody's in the lobby. Looks like they're just finishing up their strategy planning, I would assume. And the first objective we're going to be working with is the rooftop courtyard, OBJ. So you know Globochem is going to be wanting that crater spawn here. Anything less could be a little disappointing. It's a much more difficult trek than taking all of rooftop and then pushing through. So we'll see if they get lucky in that regard. As we get ourselves into round 1 of map 2. There it is. They do get the juicy spawn. They're gonna fight for the north here. Try to take this OBJ at the start. SMC gonna be looking to start off on a defensive win here. So we'll see if they get things their way. Looks like Globo's opting to just to wait.
That's in the next update.
Yeah, apparently it's karaoke night over here. I was just hanging out. Mixologist and Thunder were just singing along here a moment ago. Didn't quite catch what it was they were singing, but it doesn't look like they're trying to give away very much right now. They do have one man on Overwatch. Looks like Raph's taking a peek as he slides his way. Tries to make it down south as best he can. Globo aware they have plenty of time when it comes to 6 minutes for quarantine. They know that that's way too much time, in fact. You can see they're not even going to start playing the round until 5 minutes, basically. My DMs are about to blow up. What do you mean you only need 5 minutes for quarantine?
Yeah, don't be crazy, Sleepy. Saying you're spitting your nonsense. Globochem just waiting it out. Just playing the old, taking something out of the EU playbook here. And opting to just freeze the SMC defense. Make them second guess what's going on here. We're down to 4.5 minutes. Globochem has basically not moved at all. The only one shifted out of spawn a little bit. There is Raph in the far east as he slowly crosses the street. But I mean, a strategy that is necessary. Those streets are so hard to cross with smokes, and had they tossed the smokes to try to cross, A, they'd get pre-fired, and B, they would definitely give away their spawn. So if they wanted to stay hidden, this is the thing to do. I'm just curious. The suspense is killing me because I want to know what this play is. You know, like
I'm telling you, like they're just chilling because they know they only need 2 minutes to do this, to play this map. That, or they're really messing with SMC's head. I don't know what it is just yet, but Otto is straight up in his normal, you know, yoga pose. He's basically sat down in his play station for a few minutes while they waited for what was going to happen here. I think it was all about getting Raph across those streets first and foremost, and that takes as much time as it is. But at the 3-minute and 30-second mark, finally we have some movement out of Globochem in the north. The three are going to come out of the corner ready to fight, and I think Globochem now, or I'm sorry, SMC, going to be a little uncomfortable because they're not sure really where it's coming from. I mean, they are set up for kind of a closed-off, boxed-in defense, but will they be able to react once things finally start happening? Because they're looking to be getting a bit anxious, if I were to say so.
I'm curious if Captain Soda did see Thunder, because he was on the outside of that APC when Thunder pushed up on the inside wall. I'm curious if the call out did already come out. I obviously was not there for comms, so I don't know if it'll be necessarily surprising to SMC. I mean, if the point was to not give away the spawn until you were very close, I would have said swing and a miss. But we'll see if it actually works out. The smoke's now coming out from Otto and Lion as they look to try to cross this north side. They do have one defender who is watching. I believe that is Landon, who's got the long peek here. We'll see if he's able to find any love. Shots come out. He does find Lionheart.
One may have made it. He went all the way north.
Otto does manage to get through, but Lion does not, and I believe Otto, no, he does finally realize that it is a wasted effort to try and go back for that body. Another smoke going to pop out from Thunder Pilot just to help give some more coverage. Otto, though, what are they doing? Are they planning to go back maybe to salvage equipment off of his body? That's dedication right there. Thunder going to try and make the cross now. Luckily, Landon not paying attention that time.
1 minute, 40 seconds.
And the Auto Thunder Brotherhood will make it across to the very north side.
Ooh, Pokecake might be able to catch Raph out here on the rotation. Ooh, no, he doesn't. The timing doesn't work out, but Trip will find the cross and get that kill for him. Trip with confirmed shots as well. That's a nice pickup. Getting Raph on the backside there is very key because he got across basically entirely unseen as far as I'm aware. So Trip catching him there was a stroke of luck, I think, in the SMC playlist. Playbook. That's the word I was looking for. Playbook.
Ooh, Mr. Beefy on the northwest side at the car. He takes some shots onto an unsuspecting Thunder Pilot, but Thunder able to escape with his lives. Landon and Mr. Beefy both now watching this north side fairly decently. Landon will pick up Thunder Pilot, but Otto should be able to pick him up so long as he plays it smart. Mix gets picked up by Captain Soda in the meantime, and now it's just up to the Globo brothers. Beefy, if he gets a little aggressive here, he could pick up Thunder Pilot, but no. Landon gonna fall back now just a little bit. Beefy and Landon having locked down this north side. Soda gonna be having the airport or the rooftop courtyard kind of locked down himself. The north side approach is locked down. 30 seconds left in the round. It's gonna come down to kills. It looks like Soda will find Thunder Pilot on the north side, on the eastern side of the north rooftop objective, and there it is. The kill from Beefy grabs Otto, and SMC go up 1-0 here on map number 2.
Yeah, they go up 1-0. They don't lose a single member. And I don't know what that waiting in spawn really did. Like, what possible purpose could that have had? What benefit did they gain from waiting that long? Here's my take on it as both a player and a caster. The reason speedy movement, right? The reason moving quickly out of spawn is sometimes and often the beneficial play is because you get to identify early on the rotations of your defenders, right? Where are they going? Where are they setting up? Where have they not gone? Where are their safe areas? When you tuck in early in the round like that and you wait, you give up your intel. You have 0 eyes. You have no idea where the defense is going to be. It makes the approach that much more difficult. That's why those kinds of plays always kind of irked me, and I've never understood the draw for them. And right there is a perfect example of how it can come undone, just because they were working against time. They did not have proper defensive information, and SMC able to absolutely wipe the floor with Globochem that round. I mean, not to say that that's how it's going to be for the rest of the game, but in that particular round, that doesn't surprise me. That SMC win does not surprise me there. All right, the time is through.
Whoops.
The plans are made. The SMC is the spawned, and round 2 is underway as we get ourselves into SMC's offensive push here.
This summer, SMC is the spawned.
They are the spawned.
But yeah, to go on to your point, but yeah, I didn't anticipate SMC to not win that one. Like you said, though I didn't also expect Globo to wait until 3 minutes and 30 seconds before they even started to move. I was predicting like at 5 minutes or at 4.5 minutes maybe they'd start moving, but waiting until 3 minutes 30, that was, I don't know, seemed very Globochem characteristically. Now they've got a hard watch on the north side as Captain Soda and Lane and Jordan try and find an angle. I don't think they're going to make it across, especially if they're not going to try and use any sort of equipment. Soda tries to take a few peek shots, but no connection.
I gotta catch up to Pwnecake here, who has pushed himself all the way up to the side of roof. He's going to be the one finding the first pick, I think, here, or the first death, depending on how the shots ring out.
Yeah, well, he's definitely going to have the jump or the drop on auto. Looks like, yeah, Thunder Pilot's going to be peeling back off the northwest side a little bit, so that's not going to really play into Globo's favor here because he would have been the best refrag opportunity. But yeah, Pwnecake got himself into an advantageous position. Well, should be advantageous position here. I'm interested to see if he'll throw a check nade over there to check for that spot. I mean, Landon was literally just in a similar position, so it's not like SMC would be unaware. But now we're seeing pock shots coming in from Raphael, who's obviously now spotted out Pwnecake, and here comes Otto on the toss. Yep, here comes the toss. Just like we said, it's going to be a little bit too far, unfortunately. Pwnecake will escape his death. Now he's going to try and be focused on both Raphael and Otto at the same time. The flash is going to come out now. Pwnecake should be blind, but he's in the smoke. Will Otto be able to see him? Not quite yet. Now he does. Otto finds the kill on the Pwnecake.
The C4, just for S's and G's, you know? Otto finding
S's
another one on Landon there will take SMC down to 2. I'm sorry, down 2. Now it's down to 2. There we go. Thank you, Lionheart, for making my call out correct.
Thank you for correcting that for us.
He makes that call out and does indeed find the pick. Otto under fire now, but Captain Soda not ready for that peek again. Otto on the quick peek. Anybody tell me that's not an athletic move right there to pop up that quick? You're crazy. That is a seasoned Onward player, if I ever see one. I don't know if you've seen Otto's haunches, but they are equipped for that type of maneuver. That's right.
Big old thighs and popping up like bam, bam.
Now it's just Trip left for SMC as he battles against the 5 members of Globo as they don't go down either here. And Thunder's going to be the one looking for the backside here. Trip should have heard him.
Here. Yeah, he heard it. For sure, Trip finds the pick onto Thunder Pilot, and Thunder Pilot learns his lesson about making noise, but Lionheart gonna hear Trip's double tap and pop around and find Trip. Globochem tie things back up here on map number 2. It's 1-1 on Quarantine.
It is indeed, and only one pick there for the SMC side, but also almost a complete shutout by Globochem's defense on that OBJ. And yeah, I mean, it was a good set there. I don't know what was I mean, I kind of know what was missing, right? It was the SMC tucked in all behind one building as they sort of sent feelers out, you know, one way, one the other way, and they kind of felt a little discombobulated, a little not quite where they needed to be, right?
Sure, yeah. I can agree with that. I think Homecake's timing was good. He managed to get quite well forward without anyone picking him up until right at that last second before he had a good shot onto Otto. Raph was able to spawn him out. And of course, being Globochem, Otto is not going to re-engage him. They're going to have Raph engage him and hold him up or have him focus there. And then once he's focused on Raph looking a different direction, only at that point will Otto then engage. And of course, we saw the smart play come out. He threw a check nade. Unfortunately, that one went too far. Second time up, he winds up, throws a flash. That one definitely effective because you see Pwnecake almost immediately slow down. He drops down into a crouch, and thankfully for him, he's in the smoke, so he's got a little bit of help there. Overall, he does get taken down. But yeah, that north side was locked down tight. I don't know if Globochem anticipated their spawn right away, but otherwise, they definitely, you know, played that very effectively. I thought we were going to see a repeat of what happened and have Globochem not lose anyone, similar to how SMC also did not lose anyone in the round prior.
Yeah, it was pretty tight. Trip had an uphill battle no matter which way he went. But both defenses holding strong there. SMC holding the advantage, though. If we do continue to trade bulk rounds, they will make this caster's prediction come true. But we'll see if Globochem can change that up, as the objective has now shifted to the truck stop OBJ, the one up in the far north. And we'll see if they can find any kind of love here. I mean, this one is another tricky one depending on the spawn you get. So I'm curious how they're going to decide to approach this. I wonder if we'll see a shield come out. There are a lot of lanes to push a shield through, most notably the northwest by that broken up coach in the alley is a good way to push with a shield through, because it's a lot of sort of single sight line type positions the defense can take up. So curious to see how this plays out in the end, but we're just waiting on a player of SMC to get back into the lobby. Looks like Trip dropped out here, so that is what we are waiting on. And hopefully he'll be back in here shortly. I'm hesitant to throw anyone to an intermission until we know for sure. There will be a delay, so just bear with us here for just a few moments. I do want to see in the chat, what do you guys think is going to win? Give me that, give me those icons. Give me those, what do you call them there? Team names. Just throw them down into the chat. Let us know. I'm curious what you guys think. Just for quarantine, not the whole game. You know, we'll get there, but I want to know who's gonna back up their favorite caster Noman with a 4, and not Mr. Sleepy with 2 3s.
What? It's a shame this isn't Discord and we couldn't just have all teams' logos as emotes, right? Mm-hmm. But you gotta pay for those things around here, folks.
That's right. That's right. Twitch needs to give us more emotes so we can fit all 45 teams from the VRML into the emote section.
We need unlimited power. Please, Twitch, give it to us. Must have it right away. Whoa. Trip comes into the lobby making a bunch of noise that is unnecessary and unprofessional of a professional League of Onward player.
Well, if he's going to represent the casting desk like that, then I don't know.
Canceled.
I don't know. Yeah, Trip is canceled. All of Trip is permanently on hiatus. All right, we are in the game now. Everybody's loaded up. The teams are in their respective spawns, and we're getting ready for our third round here. As Globochem does get the quick spawn here. No shield from Raph, though. I mean, it's a gamble, right? You don't just take the shield because you expect to get this spawn.
Yeah, no, you really can't bet on anything. And I honestly think that you should let Marsoc know their spawn. You let Bulk know what objective they're getting. Why not let Marsoc plan their attack? You know what I mean?
Otto on the quick pick onto Trip. Pushing up that corner of rooftop will take him out completely, and now, ooh, a nice little nade there. Ooh,
could have been,
yeah.
Coulda, woulda, shoulda.
The little nade that could.
Oh, that one might. Oh, Beefy gonna be just out of the line of sight of that one. But Otto gonna be right there behind to take it away. Pwnecake coming in, trying to find a tag. But he's not gonna find it. Otto will go down to a drop nade from Beefy. Pwnecake will be quick to pick up that one. Thunder gonna be right inside. Now Pwnecake coming around the corner. He's gonna be behind Thunder. Thunder hears it. Will he see first? Who sees who first? Thunder's gonna see Pwnecake. No, it was close, but Pwnecake does go down to the weapon of Thunder. Lionheart now finding Captain Soda, and it's all down to just Landon Jordan, who's left on the objective against a team of 2 Globochem members. They got plenty of time to work with here too, so it looks like Landon at the disadvantage for now, but anything could happen.
Yeah, you should be aware of Thunder Pilot's position here, and those grenade tosses and smoke should give him a bit of an idea of where they may be coming through, although I think he's going to focus too much on this hill rather than opting to watch his east, which is likely where he's going to die from. I'm gonna call my shots here. I'm gonna literally call the other team's shots, as I think Lionheart is gonna find the angle here onto Landon. Does he spot him out? He didn't spot him out, but I'm sticking to my guns. I'm sticking to Globo's guns, actually, by definition. With this little angle here. Look at this crazy angle Landon is holding. Right in the little truck. It's an interesting position, but if Lionheart is patient, he should have the exact line. In fact, I'm gonna go jump into. Oh, it's Raph, not Lionheart. My apologies, Raph.
We keep saying. I think I also called it as Lionheart as well.
Yeah.
So,
who's he gonna spot him out? Raph does not see him, although to be fair, I didn't really see him through even
it is the tough spot.
Here.
I mean, against the shadows from a distance, it could be pretty tough to spot Landon out from that angle, especially if Landon's not making a lot of movement, like big movements, you know what I mean, like large distances. But now Landon's gonna get a little cheeky, get a little antsy, and try and get that peek onto Thunder in the 5-story here in the northwest. So far, no luck. Now he's standing straight up. This could be where Raph gets the spot. Landon's trying his best to watch as many angles as possible. The smoke going to come out from Thunder now. That'll distract Landon, and it should be Raphael's shot all day.
Doesn't see him.
He still doesn't see him. It must be that shader. Here comes Raph now. He's on the push. He's got to see him now. Yeah, he sees it now. Raph takes the shots, finds Landon, and Globochem upset SMC Tactical's Volk advantage. Taking the round, going up 2-1 on Quarantine.
Indeed, they do, and a great play there. Exactly. I mean, did I not call my shots? Definitely called my shots there, as Raphael was able to find him on the backside. And a very nice setup there. I mean, Landon really did not have a lot of options. He could have rotated out, but Thunder had him dead to rights pretty much anywhere he decided to go. Would have been a pretty tough call, I think, especially in the moment. You generally think you're safer than you are. But a pretty good set so far, and Globochem will take the lead.
Sure enough, yeah, everything seems to be going well. Globochem's pulling it out, I think, just barely at this point over SMC. SMC's been still playing well. That last round was definitely more to the side of Globochem because they really walked in there and crushed that quick spawn. But overall, I think Globochem is kind of proving my point here that they might just have the slight edge over SMC on this map. I know at one point SMC would would have admitted to you that it was not their strongest map, but I think, you know, they started having to play it so much as they faced off against, you know, other top tier teams like Danglers, like G-Men, like Globochem, and they saw the need for having to be better at it, that they started putting in the time, and over that time got much better at it themselves, and now give teams like Globochem, the #1 NA team right now, a run for their money, and it shows. However, I still think, and even though, you know, like you said, they've got Lionheart in, who's newer to the roster, who may not be as comfortable with the coordination, but at the same time, I think to myself, is that the case? Because before they picked up Lionheart, I know Lion is a very active player in the comp lobbies every night almost, and he's always around hanging out with Mix, so I know those two, I'm sure, have developed quite a bit of a camaraderie going forth. And, you know, if it is Globochem, so we know that they practice a ridiculous amount in comparison to some other teams.
Very true. Very, very true, my friend. And on the back of that fantastic analysis, we're going to get ourselves into a little bit of round 4 now. SMC on the offense, not getting the juicy quick spawn that Globochem did. And SMC just being very non-PC for me today, hanging around in their spawn. You know, I would say never change, but you could change a little. You know, SMC getting set up in their offense there. We're seeing that unfortunate bug again where we only see 4 players on the minimap, but SMC is sending 2 to the south and 3 across the east. Pwnecake looking for early picks. Captain Soda in the burning building here might be the first one to find a pick, as Thunder Pilot now peeking out a little bit there at the fuselage. Be able to sneak by relatively easily as Captain Soda is trained in on a white car. Oh, he's going to be in trouble here. Thunder peeks this corner and Captain Soda doesn't tuck in. Ooh, doesn't quite find... Yeah, the angle's a little too shallow for him. Shots coming out from Mix. Not gonna land, and the nade will come out. Oh, and it is very close to being good. A little bit too many bounces there. Pwnecake with the response. And that is gonna be 2 spokes. This defense is really interesting. I'm trying to find a good way to keep track of all this. Thunder does find Beefy.
Gas station is dead. Gas station's dead. I'm coming back.
Thunder now rotating back out here. He's gonna have to deal with Soda upstairs, who is now trained in on this. It's gonna be a tricky shot here. Let's see, can he find the angle in here? No, it's gonna have to be on the inside, and Thunder Pilot has to be careful with his positioning. As the rest of SMC starts to get set up on their east sweep, is what I'm gonna call it. It's the eastern sweep across the map, as they're sending 2 up to rooftop courtyard now.
There's one on the east side.
Early shots from Pwnecake there, not going to find who he's looking for. Just a lot.
I couldn't hit him. Are you fucking kidding me?
Okay, little bit of aggression there from Triple, but Pwnecake will find Mix on that position in the alley, and it's going to even things out a little bit. Pwnecake watching his back. Doesn't really have much to worry about now that Mix is out of the equation. The rest of the defense sort of tucked in, aside from Thunder's position there. And Thunder's position could work out really well if he was trade in on this rooftop. Oh, now he's under fire. Captain Soda looking for those shots, and he goes for the cross. I don't think he knew exactly what that positioning was for Thunder Pilot, and Thunder Pilot doesn't make his backside push, but Otto will clean that up in the end as Pwnecake pushes over the top and finds another. And now it's a 3v1, just Trip left here on his far east position, and he is trapped like a rat in a trap, as his shots earlier did give away his position. So Globochem should be aware. I believe they have accurate count as well of the positioning of Triple Nipple's approach. We'll see if he's able to do anything with 2 minutes left. He's got a lot to work through here. And just waiting for his push. He's got 1.5 minutes left, but when there's 3 left on the defense and you're dealing with Globo, that is quite a bit of work left to do. He's going to have to stick and move if he wants to find any kind of love here. He's going to make his first peek onto the objective in the last couple of minutes, but that angle is no longer available. He's going to have to find it on the other side of the dumpster here. He's playing it quite cautious. Will the defense play into his hands? It doesn't seem that will be the case as they stay mostly tucked in.
Doubt you'll see that much from Globochem, honestly. They're not ones to necessarily get as antsy. You can see Raphael doing a bit more moving over there in the northwest as he's checking kind of that full west approach, as well as, you know, the eastern approach and even the northwestern side in case they got by him. Lionheart is moving around now just a bit. I can anticipate that a little bit more, seeing as he's the newer player on the squad, so he may be not as trained as some of the other Globochem guys to just hold steady and wait it out. But you know, the seasoned veteran Otto, the king of Zen, you know, the yogi of the Onward Master League, is holding steady on his watch. Nothing's gonna bother him. He's patient and steady as a ninja. Trip though gonna find Raph, but it won't be enough as Lion ends up finding the kill, and Globochem taking yet another round. Take it up 3-1 on map 2. Wow, Otto 6-2 for the map, and Lionheart going 5-2 up against a team like SMC. That is pretty impressive. Mr. Beefy not having such a great time, on the other hand, only 1-3 thus far. Soda and Ponecake putting up some decent numbers with 3 apiece, and Landon coming in with 2 as well, but Globochem just really turning up the kills here. Mix unable to find one, unfortunately, but Raph and everyone else still coming in with a few of their own.
Yeah, it's been a pretty even series so far, I'd say, in terms of performance by all the players. Everybody's sort of had their moment. But yeah, obviously the scrutiny, the eyes on, are for Lionheart, the new player on Globochem, and I mean he's showing it. He's showing why he's there. So far, we've not seen what I anticipated to be a lack of cohesion between the members of Globochem and Lionheart. It seems like he's fitting right in. We'll see if that carries through into this offensive round and gets them the map win, or if SMC will continue to hold on. I mean, we saw something similar in Tanker where they had a bit of a deficit to work from, and they clawed their way back 2 rounds to make it an even score, but Globo able to cinch that one in the end. See if SMC can shake things up a little bit as they get into the 5th round here. We're going to be dealing with the ambulance OBJ. That is going to be the push that we'll be watching as Globochem takes up the offense in round 5 here.
Oh, it's a quick spawn.
They might go through gas station. I'm gonna go to the 2-story side.
This is a fast spawn. This could be... will Globochem use it, though? I'm sure they will. They never tend to turn down any sort of advantages, but they will be prepped and ready for the cross out. As you can see, Thunder Pilot putting his sights out already. But SMC not actually getting as aggressive to look for the push as we thought. Otto gonna find Beefy right off the bat and take him down. Now SMC fully aware of the spawn, and they'll be reacting accordingly. We got shots ringing out from the south plane wing towards the north, but no connections made.
Thunder Pilot here is going to be looking for that south plane wing. That's the one he wants to try to deal with if he can. He does spot him out, rotating, does not have an opportunity to take the shots, and now Otto pushing up through here. He's going to have to deal with Landon Jordan, and the shots missing Captain Soda there as well.
Ooh, Raph with a nice nade onto Ponecake right on the objective. That's going to be an insta-kill as well. That puts Globochem now up in an advantage. It's 5v3, 5 full minutes still left on the clock. And honestly, Landon's in a tough spot over here on the gas station. Lionheart will run right out, but well, Otto is right there on top of him, and he does come out at the right time. Otto and Thunder, the Globo brothers, will take down Landon. He's out of the game, and now it's a 2v4, still 4.5 minutes left in the round. Trip on to be on hard flank. He'll find Thunder Pilot as Thunder pushes out through the open. Now Otto gonna have to rotate back and pick up his brother before moving on, and Trip's gonna be watching that like a hawk. You can see his sights trained on it. No, he's gonna choose to stay put, stay down.
Raph taking a couple of shots there as well as Trip finds himself a second. That one taken out completely, and now he is under fire here. See if Otto's able to pick up Thunder and Trip in that position, getting so lucky. Unbelievable that Otto not able to find the shots there. Captain Soda with that quick refrag is going to even things out in SMC, now in a 2v1 with the final member, Mixologist, on the roof. He's got 4 minutes to work with, plenty of time. I wonder if he will still try to go for Thunder. The clock's already run down pretty hard on that revive, so I think he's going to have to be soloing this one. Now we're just kind of...
This is completely flipped on its head, hasn't it? I mean, I really thought Globochem had that one sewn up the way their attack was going initially, but the mix-up there in the southwest really caused a big mess to have to deal with. Fortunately, he does still have Thunder Pilot to go for, and of course, Globochem never going to miss an opportunity to get the res, but Mix has got nothing but time to work against him, not only in the main round, but also to get over to Thunder Pilot, who's been downed already for some time now. So he's going to have to make risky, hasty decisions in order to get over there. But again, if it's Globochem, they are not going to give up the opportunity to have that man back on the board. So here he goes. You can see he's closing in now. He's clearing and checking as best he can. Thunder Pilot hopefully aware of how long he's been down so he can tell him. But Mick's going to be trying to make the push now, but it seems that SMC has kind of gotten back, kind of tucked in, making sure that they're not giving themselves away too much, not peeking too much as well. Now we can see Captain Soda wanting to take a quick little shot. Mix has got to go for it, though. He doesn't have much time left. There can't be much time left to go for this res. Here it comes.
No, you're not.
There it is. It's going to even things out to a 2v2. Trip now off the peak. It's just going to be Captain Soda they got to deal with as Trip is watching that north road position. No, actually he does. Wow, that deep angle here, that deep cut.
Oh, yeah, some deep cuts. That's right.
That's quite a deep cut there that Trip finds that pick in, but Thunder...
Oof. And what sucks about that now is Thunder's a one-hit kill. You just look at him too hard, he's gonna die. Already being downed once. That res, though, will come in handy because otherwise that would have been Mixologist being killed and the round would be over. Globochem would be done and dusted for this round, but no, Globochem still having an opportunity here. 1 minute and 30 left, and the positioning of the defense actually might work out into Thunder Pilot's favor. If he can catch Captain Soda peeking that lane first and get the pick, Trip will obviously react, and he'll react right into Thunder's line of fire. But now he's going to go for the distraction. He's got the smokes out onto the objective. He's going to wrap his way around the south side of the building now. But based on the timing, I think the defenders are going to pick up on it, and they're going to be waiting for it.
Yeah, there's not a lot he's really going to be able to do. I think the South Plane Wing would be a really good initial approach had he maybe gotten an extra 30 seconds there or something, but obviously he doesn't know how clear the South is. Yeah, absolutely. No, he doesn't. He's not going to have some information because some kills were grenade kills on the side of Globochem, so Raph is not going to know that he got that insta-kill onto Pokecake on the objective. So Thunder Pilot's kill count's probably still at, he's probably still thinking they've got three defenders up he's got to deal with, and he's got 33 seconds to have to do something on the objective, so he knows he has to go about it as sneaky as he can. He's going to peek the corner here. Who's going to get the kill? Soda will find it, and SMC will stay alive here on the map as it goes 3-2 on Quarantine. Yeah, good series defense there by SMC, almost evening things out there, mixed with a very good revive attempt, but Trip able to shut that down in a very nice way, and SMC not quite onto this yet, just like we saw in Tanker. They are a fighting squad. Would not expect to see them give up just because they're down a couple of points.
No, definitely not, but they are going to need every single one of those points to stay in this series. And that's what we both hope, because we want to go to map 3 for the decider. Sorry about that. Yeah, I mean, they've got to come back here. It's got to either be a cap, which I'm sure they're hoping for, or they've got to win this and the following defensive round in order to take it from Globochem, because Globochem now, all they have to do is defend this one objective as we slide in to round number 6. It's 3v2 right now. SMC hoping to stay alive. They're going to get the long spawn here on this objective. They get the northeast crater objective or spawn on this ambulance objective.
They're going to opt to push 3 south. And it's all going to depend on this south defender, this east-south defender. That is Thunder Pilot watching this angle. He does spot one out. Landon able to make the cross and tuck in behind the pillar here.
Globochem already aware of that spawn.
Yeah, the call-out's already coming out. Landon does have some good information for his team, and see if Pomecake's able to deal with Otto here in that position. There's quite a few defenders watching the southeast push. Raph, not the least of them. Taking a few shots out towards Trip and Landon, but no love there. The nade comes out towards Pomecake as well. And now Raph's in trouble from the north as well. Pomecake is going to find Otto on the objective. That's 1 pick for SMC. Globo now down to 4. As the smoke start coming out for that cross on the south street. We'll see how Raph deals with this situation. This is going to be make or break. If they can get across to the south side, they have a hard time. Ooh, that smoke, unfortunate.
Trip makes 2. They've got 2 now down in the south. Forcing Globochem on the rotation. Thunder Pilot's rotated down to the rock in the south side. Trip hasn't been able to make it yet. Landon not able to see it yet either. We've got Thunder Pilot sitting right there. Lionheart will find a pick on the Pomecake in the meantime. Globochem's down one man versus SMC right now. Trip going to be looking in that direction. He does not have the angle on Thunder Pilot yet, but Landon Jordan is continuing his push further southeast. Sorry about that. And he should be able to see Thunder Pilot at just about any point in time.
Yeah, this is such a tough position. Thunder's, I mean, as exposed as you can be, literally
There's
on
nothing,
top of a rock.
Yeah, nothing going to stop that from being a kill. No way, no how. And Landon definitely not going to miss those shots. Easy contrast target. Crunched up in a nice little shootable ball. Or you could just ignore the peak and walk right by him.
Well, I don't think Raph was able to call out those crosses, so I don't think he knows they've made this outside. I think he's watching for the cross.
No, I'm
still.
saying from Landon.
Oh, yeah,
and
no,
Trip not coming up to the crest of that hill and checking. I'm assuming that they're worried about a south plane wing, as most are. But here comes Trip. He's going to possibly now find and see the angle at any point in time here now. Maybe sometime. There it is. He finally sees him. Trip takes down Thunder Pilot, not taken down by.
And that is just 2 members of the defense remaining as BP looking for the 4th one here. As they're taking a few shots out, he does find Lionheart on the inside, and now it is 4 members of SMC versus just the lonely Raph here in the south post office wall.
Yeah, and he is stuck in a tough spot. Raph on the rotation. He does the smart thing here and rotates back away from the objective just a bit. He should be able to come up behind 2 defenders, but now he's missed his first shots. Trip going to come around. He finds Raph, and SMC are able to take away the round that they need. They stay alive here on the map. We go 3-3 here on map 2. It's coming down to round 7, Noman.
It's going down. We're getting the series decider every round here, folks. SMC not out of it yet. They've got the final defense round that they need to try to cinch Q1. And, I mean, the score line's looking real good. SMC starting to find their flow here as we've got 3 5s for kills across the board. Mixologist struggling a little bit on the Globochem side. I wonder if that has anything to do with these last couple of rounds, as he's just not been able to hit the shots. We've seen him miss a couple here, and I think if he finds his kills in this round, I think that's what's going to give Globochem the edge. But otherwise, a strong showing from all players so far as we get into another map tie decider here.
Yeah, you know, you bring up a good point, actually, and you saying it kind of sparks something in my head. This is kind of something that teams should consider, because Mixologist has been out of the starting lineup rotation for so long. You know, maybe he no longer gets to feel the pressure of those games as much as he used to. So like a big game like this one where it's SMC and Globochem, where obviously we're seeing them just duking it out for each point on the round. that pressure, he might not just be performing well. And of course, you know, it could just be a bad day, as we've talked about, you know, before. But yeah, maybe Globochem rocking the same starting 5 lineup for so long has caused some of their old veteran roster members to be a little rusty in the league match, you know, pressure arena.
It's entirely possible, and we'll see what happens here. Globochem getting the North Street spawn as we are dealing now with the center glass OBJ. We'll see what kind of push they're going to opt for. It looks like... yeah, let's look like 4 north, give or take. Raph, the only one heading down towards the mid. He's trying to get Overwatch. There's going to be some contention here on the roof. Captain Soda and Pwnecake rush the hill, but Lionheart will find both. And just like that, SMC is down 2 members. Captain Soda will be available for the callouts for a little bit. Nope, never mind.
Never mind.
Lionheart will find the confirm as well. And just like that, 30 seconds in, SMC down 2.
Yeah, and they've lost north control at this point. The rooftop control has gone the way of Globochem. They are free and clear to push onto the roof. Both contenders there are completely KIA. No call-outs going to be coming from them. And SMC has got their work cut out for them now to earn this map 2 win. If they want to take us to a series decider on map 3, they have got to hold it down for another 5 minutes. They're down 2 men against Globochem, and Otto has now taken his position in Overwatch on the roof. I really don't know how to call it. The north control is going to be key for this approach, and nobody's going to really be able to watch it very effectively without making themselves susceptible to return fire from Globochem. So I don't want to take it away from SMC because they have pulled off another miraculous map comeback here to put it all on the line. But at the moment, statistically, analytically, Globochem should walk away with this round.
I'm on the roof, by the way.
Yeah, it would be quite the upset here, but wouldn't take it out of the wheelhouse of SMC to be able to pull something like that off. We've seen far more difficult comebacks happen in the VRML, and I'm not going to count anything out against an SMC that wants to win.
Oh yeah, they definitely do. Trip very exclamatory as he clutched that last round for SMC. You could just hear him just woo, really excited for getting that kill against Thunder, or against Raph, I'm sorry. But yeah, of course they don't want to lose. They want to show that they can take down Globochem, just like G-Men and Animal House have been able to thus far. Of course, Globochem would argue that, you know, those wins maybe a bit of an asterisk because they've had to use some reservists in those matches, but they won't have that excuse this time if SMC manages to come out with the win in the series today, because this is all Globo's roster, so it's all on them.
Is indeed, and taking a look at the overhead map while they get set up, they've got a pretty solid spread here. They've got the right coverage across all angles. The defense, the only one we're missing there is the one on the east side of center glass, but everybody else showing up in their correct positions. And we'll see as that Globo push comes down from the north. Should start seeing the pressure come onto the objective here soon. Would imagine Mix will be the first one to get some ordnance down on that tank courtyard. And looks like, was that Raph on the plane wing? Yeah, Raph on the plane wing here is going to be in a good position to maybe find one. No, Beefy's tucked in. The inside of that tank is going to be a tough one to spot out.
He might have a line of sight onto Beefy if he pops up, but it'd be a near impossible sight to see unless he's got an index super sampling at like 4,000%. And if he's got that, then I'd love to see the SpaceX computer that he's got powering it.
Yeah, absolutely. And finally, we're starting to see the push coming through. We're just taking a top-down view here. Mix is inside the roof courtyard. I mean, just a well-placed nade will take Beefy out of the running very quickly.
Same with Landon, realistically.
Very true. I don't know. I don't know what the... I guess the only benefit of losing 2 members early like that is you know the spawn. I mean, that's pretty much about it. But the defense never really reacted to that information. They stayed tucked. decided to go for the sort of the global defense, the one that doesn't care about where the enemy is coming from. They're in their spots and they're holding it. And
Well, I think realistically as well, with who was left, they were best off staying where they were, right? They're already man deficit. Lionheart going to pick up Trip now on the backside, so that's going to close things out. Beefy and Otto, or Beefy will find Otto, but Thunder will then find Landon. So still 4 members of Globochem up, a minute left on the clock. Just 1 member left for SMC, and this is not looking good. It's not impossible. They could run out of time if they're not ready to sync up and attack here. Beefy taking the look. He does find Thunder Pilot. That's a confirmed kill, but now Raphael's going to be coming across the street. Mr. Beefy's out in the open. There's the kill. The shots come out. Raphael does find Mr. Beefy, and Globochem managed to take our second map 4-3 on Quarantine.
And there it is, folks. 2 very tight maps will go the way of Globochem in the end. 4-3. We are still going to play our third map, but Lionheart with the 9 kills. Otto with 7 on the Globochem side. And really, any thoughts about Lionheart's comfort within Globochem can be thrown away as he's able to find
I told you.
quite a bit of success here on this second map with them. And now we're going to be heading into... Apologies for that blue screen. We're going to be heading into our third map. Good Lord. Can I even words today?
You can go ahead and get it together there, Noman,
Can
if you would
somebody just let me words today? Yeah.
No, but yes, I think Noman was trying to say our third map is going to be Cargo.
Yeah, that's just about it. You got the essence of it, you know.
The gist.
You didn't really get my flair on it, but that's okay.
I'd love to hear how I can improve myself. So if you could give me an example of what I should do in order to improve things, please.
We'll take that discussion offline. That's a laundry list.
Oh, ladies and gentlemen, I'm being fired tonight.
No, I mean, I'm excited for map 3. It is a good map indeed for us to be finishing out on. The teams want to be quick about it, so we're going to be getting into... Oh, that's not the right button. Hey, can you tell I haven't cast in a couple of weeks, folks? Map choices are all going crazy. Map number 3 will be Cargo. Cargo is the map we're going to be taking the end of this series on, and just as I expected, we're going to be quick about it. Not a lot of discussion inside of the tents for these guys. The series now decided. SMC and Globochem opting to not spend too much time at the drawing board. Will be going
Bet you
right
SMC
into.
goes in hard like I've been waiting for them to do kind of all game, and it starts to work on Cargo.
That's entirely possible. Edna Jordan in as a sub now. She will be taking Beefy's position on the SMC side. That is what we were waiting for here. And the aggressive pre-fire coming out already. Not going to find any perches. Both teams a little bit tucked in early.
SMC positioning, though, looking good. The spacing a little concerning there between Pwnecake and Soda, but otherwise still looking solid. Edna and Landon, both the Jordans, right up on top of each other. Pwnecake going to be trying to get in the middle of that as always. Landon, though, going to find a nice nade onto Thunder Pilot.
Yeah, the nade was a nice little toss, something that we've learned to pay attention to with Landon. Edna here's the pin pull, rushes Raph, but does not find the kill. That's going to even things out a little bit here early on in the round.
Otto will revive his brother and pick up Thunder Pilot. C4 popped on the side. Landon and Raphael going to be looking. Pwnecake, I think, trying to get the pick between the crack, the peak in the hole. The hole in the wall where Pwnecake can see it all.
Everyone's just stopped. I thought my game froze for a second. Pwnecake, Raph, Landon, and Soda all tucked in waiting for Raph. He does.
That's the pick that needed to happen, though. Raph had to go down if SMC wanted to make any further progress on this side. Now Pwnecake and Landon can push up their way. Thunder Pilot looking to exit that thing, but no, Otto going to be there to kick in. Will he get Soda too? He does. They trade. Pwnecake picks up another one. Soda going to come out to find Otto. Thunder will find the backside of Soda.
Indeed he does, and we're just now left with Trip coming up this eastern
Why do you sound so
lane.
disappointed?
I'm just, I got like 20 things going on here. We're just trying to Trying to stay focused on what's going down on this OBJ, and Trip will make the peek inside. Does find Mix.
I was kind of surprised on that one. I thought Mix had that. Ooh, the quick return fire from Trip.
Oh, he does find Thunder as well, and now it's a 1v1. Lionheart, the last one remaining, as Trip finds 2 on his push, and we're gonna ride along on the crazy train with Triple Nipple here as he looks to try to clutch this first round for SMC, start them off on the right footing.
Yeah, this is some intense stuff. Trip is really going off on this round. I think that was a triple for him on this round, actually. So he's matching up with his name.
Living up to the name indeed.
No, sorry, he is currently only at 2 kills, so not unfortunately going to be living up to his name just yet. But if he gets this clutch, he will be. He's got 3 minutes to do it in. We'll have to find out what is he going to do about it. Will Lionheart make the mistake? I mean, I guess it's the battle of the noobs here on these 2 teams, realistically. Lionheart and Trip both being newer to their respective teams, and both having to clutch this first round on cargo. We really kind of thought there at the beginning that maybe SMC were going to throw caution to the wind and run a little bit more aggressive. They did it first, but then they backed off when they needed to after things started to go the other way. They managed to grab the objective advantage again, and Trip has come back with his double. Now he's got to look for Lionheart. Hopefully he can get that angle and punch through the single fencing, because we all know that double fencing means no penetration kill. Now Trip's going to be looking for it. He knows the angle's impossible, but he's going to try and get the narrowest of shots. He slides through. Lion going to be pressured to either stay in or get out.
I thought you were on the middle.
Apparently they're going to be chatting it up. Lionheart's going to go for the push at the wrong time, and Trip does find his triple kill, living up to his triple nipple, and he does clutch the first round for SMC Tactical.
He does indeed. A very solid play there by Trip. Lionheart not able to hold on. I think if he'd have just sat there long enough, I think he would have still won. That would have been a tough push for Trip to make had he been tucked in on that corner, but nice try nonetheless. And SMC will go up in this first round 1-2-0. And a pretty fantastic series so far. I mean, Globochem has taken the game, but SMC has been right on their... They've been hot on their heels. It feels like they're just a half step behind every map. You know, they're just, they get close, they find their rhythm, and then they lose it all in the span of maybe 2 or 3 rounds. Tough to see, but we'll see here as we get into our gameplay of round 2. The smoke's coming out from the SMC defense as they're going to be looking to make that cross. We'll see if any of this pre-fire that I expect to see will find any purchase. Ooh, Pancake. Looks like he may have taken a bit of a hit there. Doesn't find one, but Mixologist finds one himself. Lionheart with Landon as well, and 2 members of the defense out already. One is available for res, but it's going to be a difficult res to find.
Sure is. Lionheart's going to make his way onto up the tunnel side of the map towards Landon. Jordan, he needs to go around, though, and confirm that kill. Make sure he's dead. As he goes around the corner, Edna will be coming to find Lionheart instead. She'll be able to come up and heal her husband, old hubby Landon. And in the meantime, a Trip will pick up Raphael. Now Globochem's down on the deficit. They've only got 3 up. SMC's got 4. 5 minutes, 20 seconds left in the round. What will Globochem do? Will they take their Marsoc round to avenge their last Volk round and take back the advantage?
Ooh, the nades are out all over the place. Not finding much love. Thunder Pilot on the inside here. Landon and Mix will trade. Thunder will find Edna, however, leaving things out to a 2v2. Pancake looking for that refrag, but a little too late on the shots.
Trip telling Pancake not to die on him, because that is not a choice Pancake gets to make. Especially with the Globo brothers being the last together. The communication, we know, will be on point. The coordination should be almost not psychopathic, telepathic.
I mean, I don't know.
The coordination will be psychopathic. Oh, I don't know. They could be psychopaths. Not Otto. He's way too centered. to
That's
be
true.
a psychopath.
That's true.
Now Thunder, though, I don't know. I've seen him get really excited during some casts.
Thunder's a wild card. Bone Cake and Thunder will be trading shots there. Not going to find any purchase, however, and Trip looking for those shots as well. And Globochem has to reevaluate their offense yet again.
Pretty sure he's the last one.
The call out from
Pilot.
yeah, that call out not exactly correct. 2 left.
He'll
the
know in a
defense to work
second
with.
once Trip makes the peek. He sees Trip, and he does get the... Oh, no, we see a trade. Both dead. No call-out's going to be coming in from either side. It's Otto versus Ponecake, a 1v1. Otto has the advantage with the time. He can literally kind of sit and watch the objective almost. Wait for Ponecake to get a little aggressive, get a little antsy for the peek. I mean, Ponecake would rather give up his life than give up a cap. But at the same point in time, Otto not likely to go for the cap here as a member of Globochem. He's going to go for the secured round win, if anything. He's going to make the smart decision over the risky one, whereas he could lose out the round going for the cap.
Yeah, and Globo not usually the ones to risk the cap when the kill is right there. Unless the situation is particularly dire, and he's got more than enough time. 3 minutes left. Got all this equipment he's going to utilize as he scavenges his dead teammates. I mean, he's got the time to make it work. He's got the equipment to make it work. Smoke's going to come out on that eastern side. A decent placement to blind anybody in the middle. The flash now coming out, not going to find any love as he starts coming through. Ponecake does find the love as he gets that second round win for SMC. Otto not able to finish it off.
Oh, yeah.
Good series so far. Trip leading the SMC charge with 5 kills, representing the caster crew quite well.
Now we like you again.
Jury's out.
You guys are making us look good.
Jury's out.
Jury.
Jury's still deliberating on that one, but he is performing quite well in the game so far, and
He has.
SMC picking themselves up 2 points to start off Cargo. We'll see if that means curtains for Globo on the 3rd map, although I can't imagine they're going to let Cargo pass them by, as it were.
Nah.
We'll see how their defensive round here holds.
Yeah, they might try some, though, Globochem, being that they have already clinched the series. It's been close, so if they do let SMC get too far ahead, they could actually lose in points and not really gain much of anything off of the match. But them being the higher ranked team, they're already not gaining much off of the match anyways with a win. It's just them keeping themselves at the top of the leaderboard and keeping SMC from getting any closer.
Yeah, indeed. Indeed it is, and the score is, yeah, really too close to swing it in either direction, regardless of what happens here.
I usually go with but Beefy doesn't.
You sure it's not irregardless of what happens here?
It's inflammable. And the SMC tactical offense looking for some early picks there. Not going to find any. Edna going to be left alone to deal with Mix and Lion on the west side.
The Globo fence has gotten a little aggressive there at the start of the round. They pulled back a little bit now. Raphael makes his way into the center portion of the map as SMC is primed to go through there now. Trip to be the next one through. He's trying to peek the crack in the door, but no avail as of yet. The nade starts to come out, I would assume, from both sides. Too long in from Landon Jordan. More coming out, however.
Can hear the sounds from Otto there as he's play faking the death sound.
He never takes a chance. He's like, they could be right there. Raph gonna find Landon on the push through the center now. It's Trip and Captain Soda looking both directions. The flash, nope. Frag out.
Damages Raph.
Yeah, damages himself. The flash is out now. Trip and Soda probably blind. Neither one of them moving. Trip waiting for the push. He's not gonna get it.
Lion does find Edna there, and now Raph looking at that angle, but Trip a little bit faster on the draw will find that kill, and now it is a 2v3 as the rest of SMC Tactical is stuck out in the mid here, and that botched flash gonna tuck Lionheart back in. So we'll see if Captain and Trip can find their way in past the middle. So far, nobody really able to make it past the middle. So the Maginot line, and Lionheart is going to be the one that finds Captain, leaving Trip up by himself again. We'll see if he can pull off another miracle. Nope, no, he can't. Otto will find the kill on the Trip as he second guesses his positioning, and Globochem will put themselves on the board here in map 3.
Yeah, I mean, it's nothing against SMC. They've got a round or two they can actually kind of give away. They don't want to give away this one because this is their defensive round. You want to try and get all of those if you can, of course, and snag at least one Marsoc. But yeah, they can't really give anything else to Globo now. It'd be too much too soon. Globo can take that momentum and run away with it. So SMC gonna have to be very cautious with how they play through this next round and make sure that if they don't want to give away too much to Globochem here in the third map, they don't, well, give up too much by going too hard.
Sure, we've all been there. Common scenario, I think, you know? Especially for the two of us with our speedy teams. Going too hard is a problem I think we've definitely run into on a regular basis.
Yeah, I mean, it's like I've said many a times, our style for both Blaze and Danglers, especially on a map like this one, where it's just, in our opinions, you know, all about aggression and just attacking it with non-stop relentlessness. It either works or it doesn't, and it works or it doesn't very quickly. And
yeah,
that's all you get.
Exactly.
It does or it doesn't, fast or not.
Fast or slow, either way, we'll see how Globochem's offense fares on this OBJ as they come off a round win on the defense.
Mixologist almost getting caught out there by Landon Jordan. He'll throw a frag up, but just like the last one from the last round, it'll go on top of the buildings and not inside. Landon will find Mix. Captain will finish him off, and Mix will find the trade onto Cap Soda. Thunder Pilot pops in. He's going to find a kill. Oh, no, he looks for Thunder or Landon, but he doesn't find him. Trip's going to find him instead. Ooh, goodness, and Otto will come in and find a refrag at the very last minute. Lionheart now out. Trip kills Soda with the C4.
I don't... Man, that was tough to follow.
Yeah.
Trip's gonna hear about that one for a while, I'm sure, as that C4 botch will finish off Captain for him. Lionheart now on the inside and is looking for him. That nade was very close, that little lip.
I don't even think Trip can believe he's still alive after that one. Edna tries to push her way out. Lionheart's actually going for it. He could find the cap. No, Pwnecake will shut that down. Edna still tucked in right inside. She's got Raph and Otto still to deal with. They've got 4 minutes to play with a lot of time. There's the Molotov. It'll force Raph into the corner. Edna will find Raph. The shield is down. Otto's all by himself now. He's pushed up onto the middle. Pwnecake here's the shots. He comes up behind Otto and snags the round. SMC go up on map 3, 3-1.
There it is. A lot of just
there's a lot of wooing going on.
Just a lot. There's just a lot happening that whole round. I don't even really know what to say. Honestly, how do you cast something as chaotic as that?
You turn it into an auctioneer. I've got 100, I've got 200, 300, and I got 4, I got 5.
That was a pretty good set there by SMC to hold that defense, finding those key picks as they needed despite Trip's colossal failure with the C4. They are able to pull out that defensive round and take Globo to the map point here, potentially. Round 5 is underway, and we'll see if it goes the way of SMC. Now, I think we're starting to see that loosened up Globochem, right? That sort of let the collar loose.
Try a little bit something different here and there. Yeah, absolutely. I think the same thing. But you know what? I think we're seeing, and I think they're executing better because of it. I think they've been too tense throughout this whole game and not really playing like SMC. Now, of course, they'll correct me and say that I'm wrong because I'm sure to them they felt like everything was going their way, but right now, everything is not. Globochem still picking up the man advantage. Trip going to be able to even things out there, but he runs right into Lionheart. Lionheart lays him out. Now Otto takes down Landon Jordan, and Globochem grabbed the next round very quickly. and go up onto the map 3-2.
I don't think the camera stopped moving that entire time. I think it was just constant,
Couldn't have.
smooth motion all the way through that battlefield. A fantastic set there by Globo to take it to the aggressive SMC push. I like that smoke setup. I like the thought behind that round. I did not didn't like the outcome of their offensive push so much, but well, what are you gonna do? What are you gonna do? Oh boy, I barely even got to the scoreboard before the next round already kicked off. These guys are keeping the casters on their toes as round 6 gets set to kick off here.
Yeah, last round you were just better. You could just put the camera on like an orbit track in the center of the map and that would have done justice to it all. Shots ringing out already on our second to last round. Could be the last round. It is game point for SMC Tactical. Or I should say map point. The series has been decided, so the game is already Globochem's to take, but Edna could be the first one to find a pick here as Mixologist pushes in. A grenade from him takes down Soda. Edna will be rushing back to take the frag. The res is out onto Soda almost immediately. And now Edna gonna find Lionheart.
That is 1 down for Globo. Now just 4 remaining as they decide to make their approach. Pretty evenly spread here. The nades and the smokes all coming out in force. We'll see who has to deal with
doing a good job of relocating those smokes. You can see Captain Soda pitching him back on the backside of the map. He's gonna back into a grenade though and get him down. Poke will find Auto on the refrag. And SMC still holding the man advantage. Oh, I'm sorry, it's evened out now as the refrags come in. Thunder Pilot finds it's landed, but Edna is going to be right there to find the refrag onto him. Mix finds the refrag onto Edna. It's a refrag city right now. The flash comes over. Trip should be blind. Raph going to make the push in. Mix finds the kill, and Globochem tie things back up. It's 3-3 to go into the last round on the last map.
Say that 3 times fast. Say that whole thing.
Say it the one time. What are you talking about?
No, that was a fantastic set there. Lots of refrags back and forth. It really came down to who found the first frag. Am I right? I mean, it was just back and forth that whole round. And a great set there by Globochem to tie things up again. We're not done tying things up in this game. As the final map, the final map goes down to a 3-3 decider as well. Can Globo hold the defense and sweep all 3 maps out from under SMC, or will SMC finally break the mold here and find themselves 1 map win? The early pre-fire shots coming out, not going to find any love, but one will be able to make the cross early. We've got 2 aggressive pushes here from SMC. Edna, Jordan, and Landon both pushed up in the middle and on the tunnel side, but Globochem just kind of waiting. Just kind of saying, just get all up in our face. You know, you want it, come get it.
Bring it on. We're not doing any more of the work because Globochem has actually been playing their defense quite aggressively so far. The frags coming out, though, both super successful. The res, of course, coming back in onto Mixologist, but no. Oh, ooh, I thought Thunder went down on that last one. 2 completely effective grenades just placed perfectly like that. Where has that been earlier on in the match? The grenade comes over, return from Mixologist, no effect though. SMC still 5 up. Phone Cake will find Mixologist now, still 5 up against 3 members of Globochem. Just under 5 minutes left in the round. Well, SMC looking good here. They definitely don't want to give it away. The flash comes over towards Edna, but nobody going to act off of it. Thunder probably going to use it to relocate. Smart move, if anything, from that flash.
It's going to be a very tough final push here that Globochem's going to have to deal with. They've got 3 strong here on the east, 2 on the west. Lionheart's going to find 1, even things out a little bit more. Captain Soda now looking for the refrag, and Landon's interested as well.
Well, the Captain peeked already. Lionheart's picked it out. He knows he's in the room there at the yellow room by the barrels. Lionheart's now watching that angle super hard. Landon's going to have to come in to find this frag. I think if Soda tries to peek it, Lionheart should have the advantage and grab this one.
I like this spread by SMC. They've got them encircled. There is nowhere for the defense to go. They can only stay exactly where they are. But will they be able to successfully find any kind of pick here? I mean, this is going to be a tough one. Lionheart, I feel like, can be successful against maybe 1.
Ooh.
Ooh, Edna will find that kill, though, and Auto is now downed, and Lionheart trades out with Captain Soda. That should be a res that's available as Thunder Pilot finds one. He's going to be on the rotation, but Landon Jordan should be able to see. I wonder if he's going to be watching this cross. He is.
Oh, he missed his opportunity to end the round right there, but he's going to go for his res at the same time. Thunder Pilot goes for the one onto Auto. Oh, no, it looks like Thunder might not have a syringe here. Captain Soda, as he pops out, finds Thunder Pilot, and SMC take the last map. 4-3. I believe that's been our score line this entire series.
It has indeed, but this time it goes the way of SMC as they're able to find themselves that third map win here in the series. And now we are done. We are at an end here, folks.
Well, we are, but we're not, though.
I like it. Tell me more.
Yes. So we're going to be pulling in Vivian, as we've been doing here lately, in order to do some post-game interviews to see how that shakes out with everyone. Hold on one second. I'm trying to organize that. So, Noman, if you want to just kind of do a little bit of a...
Yeah, I'll do our casual final sign-off here. So I do want to thank our sponsors before we terminate here, VR Cover and ProTube VR. Thank you guys so much for supporting us. Go ahead and check out all their products. We talked about them at the top of the cast, but fantastic stuff that everybody who plays VR should absolutely have. And thank you to our viewers. Thank you guys for tuning in, showing up, coming here to support the teams and the VRML in general. Go ahead and check out all the things that are going on with the VRML on vrmasterleague.com. We have all of our suite of games on there, along with all of our social media, our links, our Discord, etc., etc., etc. Please feel free to go check that out if you want to be a part of any of this fun, exciting action that you've seen here today, or for any other game for that matter. I do appreciate everybody dropping those bits and subs. It is a big deal for us. Thank you so much for continuing to support what the casters bring to you every day. It means a whole lot. It means a whole lot for a lot of us.
Yeah, so we have Viv here with us in the chat, but she has to restart her game here. We are back in the map of Cargo, because it provides us with probably one of the quietest environments to be able to conduct these things in. But yeah, something we want to been trying to do for you folks, try and involve the community a bit more, showcase, you know, what the teams think, coming directly out of the match, you know, what happened, why did so-and-so, why was this effective, why was this ineffective, and go from there. So yeah, this has been an interesting thing we've done. We've done it one or two times now, but yeah, I'm interested to see how this kind of thing sort of shakes out. But of course, we should give a big old congratulations to Globochem for fighting out that seriously hard-fought victory over SMC. SMC did not make it easy. And of course, you know, SMC, Jesus Christ, man, good games. Probably this season ranking up into one of my top games this season. Some great plays coming out from both sides. Triple going in hammer on some of those maps. Lionheart going hard for Globochem as a new player for their roster. So really great Onward coming out here. So just give us a minute. I guess we could take this opportunity to re-thank our sponsors, Anoman, ProTube VR, and VR Cover.
Can indeed.
Quality of life and performance improving products out there in the VR marketplace.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, we have done quite a bit of talking about them in a lot of places, and I feel like players who use their stuff, they don't have the outlet to be able to really effectively give any kind of feedback, but I am a player who uses both VR Cover and a ProTube, and I mean, I play okay, so I think a lot of it has to do with using those products in comfort. So yes, please do go check out all of their stuff while we get everything set up here for you guys. The final score I did adjust on the scoreboard. I do apologize, I had that backwards, but 10-11 was the final score. SMC just barely losing that out in each of the first two maps, able to take the third, but a close series nonetheless. Glad we decided to pick up the cast, and I'm excited to see what the winning team has to say about it. I believe we've got Auto in the lobby here. Oh, actually, it looks like we're gonna have.
In here.
Oh, there's
yeah,
gonna be a few people here. All right.
Yep. So just give us a moment while the spawn timer lets our players here come in. Why don't I go ahead and change these teams, because it does look like the teams went ahead and stuck around on the right side. So let's go ahead. All right, I've changed the teams now, so we have everything.
teams you want to watch. So what's it like for you guys? I mean, let's not like beat around the bush. You guys, both teams are great. You guys know that. So what is it like going in facing a game like this?
Dude, this is Onward at its best. This is why we play. Like, I want to feel like I am about to die at every other second, and these guys always make it feel that way.
Excellent.
Yeah.
I mean, I can't tell you how high my heart was racing when you guys blew the entire clock on quarantine. I was like, where
yes,
are they?
I was just gonna
Right, yeah. It's in there. We were thinking of each other. We were just chatting and hanging out under the bridge.
Yeah,
That's what we were
watched
doing.
it play back. No, they were just like, I'm surprised you guys didn't play any pat a cake. And you guys were just sitting there talking and hanging out. What was that there? Because I think everyone was wondering what you guys were up to.
Okay, well that spawn is terrible for that objective. You get locked down in that northeast quadrant.
Yeah.
So you got to do something weird to get out of there, and that's what
as soon as they know you're there, they just lock you in. And the funny thing was that our plan was working until Roof Courtyard spotted us, I think.
Yeah.
I was like, the guy Roof Courtyard, he saw me, and then it was over.
So quarantine, I mean, I guess it was the first round, so you guys had a little bit of time to play with, but, people typically say that higher tier teams is not the same kind of fun that you might see, maybe with danglers, but you guys look like you were having a blast there. Like, what's
we had a great time the whole night. It was really fun.
Those were long
We love to joke around.
Yeah, they were
being
long.
serious and being, funny at the same time is just really enjoyable.
Yeah, what was, the best that you guys felt tonight? Because, I mean, SMC, dude, you guys brought it all the way to the end. So, yeah. Yes.
Yeah. Into overtime at least.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, for sure. Glad with what we got.
I want to say you guys were chill, but Trip, we did catch your outburst.
It's not my fault, okay?
Yeah, now what happened here? I guess I'll see it in the
I
cast.
really should have capped on that quarantine, though, and they all let me hear about it, because...
Oh, good.
Which objective?
When one of you was coming around the side of post office, and Landon was up in the dunes, ambulance, I was already on my way when you shot him. And I came back, and I was like, oh, I gotta kill this guy.
We were like, he's gonna camp on you.
I should have.
Wait, so I want to ask about
So I have to do
Tanker,
push-ups
because when I first started, everyone's like, oh, people don't really play Tanker, right? It's often banned. But it's been played a lot this season. So you guys love it. What do you guys think? SMC, do you guys like it?
Well, as you know, SMC always liked close quarter combat. So of course, Tanker is a great choice for us. And no, of course, at first we weren't super keen on night vision maps, but after a while we've been,
Well, I think Tanker's a little different than other night vision maps. It feels better to me at least, and I love the tactical availability on that map. So many different things you can do.
And so many different things you
because I
have to
haven't
watch.
played it a million times, which is
that's
we
cool.
used to ban Tanker, so we hadn't played it for a while, and then we started playing and we loved it. We beat beginners at Poland on Tanker 4-0, and we were just like, hey, this is our map.
Maybe one day we'll stop banning Downfall and play it too. You never know.
You know what? You guys banned Downfall. You guys did Suburbias because of their close quarters and because of their long range.
We know how good they are on Suburbia.
I do love Suburbia.
So, What? Oh, you guys are. Okay, we did say you guys were gonna hug. You guys said it.
Sure, man.
Bring it in.
That was such a nice match, guys. I enjoyed every minute.
My controls are all made. I can't return it.
So you guys, this is the game that I think everyone's gonna watch back. I think people jumped in. They're like, oh man, I gotta watch from the beginning. It was a great series. So what do you want to say to teams who are, coming up right now and they're just starting and they want to play like that?
we're coming for you. Oh no, and that's not it.
I would say
Find
there's
a
no
group of
better
players.
time. Yeah, go ahead, Alex.
Yeah, find a group of players you'd like to play with and jump in. You'll just keep getting better and better, especially if you like your team. I think that's really important.
Oh, so do you like your team? Tell me, because I know you guys got a new guy.
I mean,
Just
I
kinda...
don't, but...
Yeah, you don't like, yeah.
Lionheart was rocking it tonight. I told him.
Yeah, no, I'm kidding. Yeah,
well, for us, SMC it's really about like having fun together. And at first, like, not even skills, but just having like that kind of, you know, having
the
fun together.
Yeah, the
great. And then the skills is coming after.
Yeah, and SMC versus Globochem is a match that will always be epic. It always has been. We played 2 years ago, and it was epic. So.
Yeah. No, congratulations, and congratulations on your new pickup too. For you guys got big Mike, so you guys got good players. Continue.
We'll put him to good
use.
soon.
I know you're watching.
Nice.
Yeah.
Is he watching? You know he's watching.
Mike,
Well, congratulations, Globo, SMC.
Good job,
Dude,
guys.
that was really, really good. So thanks so much. Don't kill me. Everyone's always killing me. I'm gonna run away.
And there you have it, folks. The final interview. Thank you so much to Control-Alt-Delete, Vivian, for hosting that for us and getting a little glimpse inside of the heads of some of those teams. It is fantastic to hear the camaraderie there, especially from, you know, such heated rivals for so long. They said 2 years, and you can really feel there that they have a lot of fun, and two fantastic teams to have a little conversation with. And I think, Sleepy, unless you've got something else.
No, I think just one last time I want to thank our viewers for coming out and hanging out with us this evening. Of course, as we talked about, there are many more casts to come tomorrow. I know I myself have 2 that I'm signed up for. The one in the evening, actually both I'm super excited for. Boss Fight Silent Purge at 12 noon my time here on the Pacific Coast, and then 5 p.m. casting Dangler's Animal House. That should also be a great game of some fun antics. So I'm excited for that one. But again, thank you all for coming out. Thank you for all the subscriptions, all the biddies, all the donations, everything like that. Anyone who clipped anything, we really appreciate it. If you're new to the channel, thank you so much for tuning in. We hope that you did subscribe or follow the channel, as we will be bringing you more Onward VRML action in the future. So thanks again, one and all. Have a great evening from those of us here at the VRML, and good night, everyone.
Have a good night, folks.